So unlike in season 2 and 3, we have a lot of cutout scenes and more shortened scenes. You know, they condense a lot of scenes. Unlike now, they condense stuff, but it's not as worse as season 2 and 3. これでいい。これでいい。Yo, what's up, Team Film Nation? It's the Tim Mother here again. We're back with another analysis, breakdown of Clash of Daily Season 4. This time, episode 10. Yeah, love when communicated. Alright, let's jump right into this. For those people that are really hyped up about my AMV, here's another snippet of my AMV, so you can check that out. I'm actually really happy about my AMV right now. That one's really good, and so is this one. Alright, and then lastly, this one's my favorite part. So yeah, I'm really happy about my AMV so far. I've never been this creative with my AMV, like super creative to the point where I have to like transform the content itself. I do that sometimes, but not as much as this. So yeah, anyway, let's jump right into episode 10. Love when communicated. Hold on. So it adapted chapter 4.2 all the way to chapter 6. Also really well adapted. They shortened it. I mean, to me, it is to be expected. I did expect that. I don't know if many people wanted more, but to me, this is good enough because I thought, you know, after the last episode, which is episode 9, the way they ended it like that, you know, Ayanokoji said that he's gonna head over to a quiz challenge. And I was like, yeah, that's the anime quiz. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna start off with that. And then with him saying, what is Bumdem or Gundam? And then intro opening. So yeah, I was indeed correct about that prediction. Yeah, what in the world is Bumdum? So there's the opening. So yeah, and then after the opening, they cut it, the entire sequence. So yeah, and they only did the results. So yeah, episode 10, love when communicated. Rather unfortunate because Crunchyroll is so fucking ass for not putting the title. So yeah. Anyway, for those of you wondering where I got these X marks, I just searched. Alright, it's just here. So yeah, anyway, just had to be creative in that one because I remember the opening having those kind of things. I wanted to be creative like that as well. So yeah, see, was also really well adapted. Nothing much I can say about this because the way they adapted it is really good. They only cut out a few parts here where the test or the challenge was really long, you know. So yeah, and then a lot of things here. They shortened it because it's not, you know, it's not important. All right. So they only adapted the ones that are really important and some comedy bits, which I really do appreciate them doing. So yeah, some light-hearted moments, and then this one was so well adapted. I love this scene so much because many people always trash on EK. They're like, oh, why did Lurch adapt this scene? It's not even good. EK is not even, you know, important, yada yada. I get the EK slander because I do slander EK, but to me, this scene is important not because of EK alone in Shinohara, but also because of Nanase. And not only that, another one. Alright, many people don't know this, but it's also because of Ayanokoji. This is important for Ayanokoji to see and hear what it is, because like I said, or what the series has said explicitly in season 3 at the end, the finale there, he wants to learn about romance. So, in this particular scene, he's seeing another side of romance or love. He's learning about this specifically in this situation because EK cannot say that he loves Shinohara. And then Nanase gave Ike an advice because it relates to her backstory, to her past. So yeah, that's really important for Nanase. It's not only important for Ike, even though many people hate Ike and Shinohara, myself included. Although, Shinohara, it's fine, not so much. And many people slander Shinohara being ugly, and not me though. It's fine. She's fine. She's not super pretty, but she's alright. She's average, to me. Alright, personal opinion. And yeah, for Ike, it's okay for you to slander Ike if you might think that this isn't important. But it's important for Ayanokoji later on in this episode, as many people know, alright? That's why the title is Love When Communicated. It's like a contrast to Ayanokoji as well, of what he has done to Kei. So yeah, especially because he learned something about Ike and Nanase's conversation here. So yeah, that's why I had to clarify that, because many people just do not get this scene. Like, what the fuck? Are you a reader? Or are you just pretentious? Are you a LARPer? Or something? But yeah, anyway, really enjoyed the scene. Really love how, the comp here is really good. The compositing, the shots are really nice. Especially with a very competent storyboarder, So yeah, and then like I said, the drawings of Ayanokoji have improved massively. Can you see this fucking image of Ayanokoji here? That beautiful drawing of Ayanokoji. That really reminds me of the latest illustrations of Ayanokoji being more mature in year 3. But in year 2, he's not supposed to have this kind of face yet. But you know what? I'm not complaining because this looks way more manly. Yeah, anyway, I love the sunrise scene there. And then this scene, yeah, there is a change here, or more like they didn't adapt a scene here, or more so that they didn't highlight specifically. And that is Ayanokoji narrating, or we're supposed to see as audiences, we're supposed to see Nanase be capable physically, Although Ayanokoji explicitly say it in his monologues, as you can see here, in his monologue here, her physical ability on the OAA is B+. From what I've seen from her so far, I wouldn't be surprised if she earned an A. So this means that she is physically capable. Right? That's why she won the Beach Flags challenge. Alright, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't know if many people caught that, but to me, I think it's fine that they didn't adapt it, although it would have enhanced way more. It would have enhanced more if they adapted the entire scene of Nanase's race challenge here. So, yeah. Oh, we might be able to see her being fast, Yeah. Anyway, another scene here that I actually like. I like the way the anime adapted this part, because if you guys remember, the exam rules of Mashima Sensei, explaining the rules of the island exam arc, he didn't say more info about on the upcoming days. There's gonna be a new thing implemented in the test, but Nagumo has said we're gonna see the top 10 and the bottom 10. The top and bottom 10 groups will be announced. So in the light novel, it was Ayanokoji. Alright? So I do hope. So it's just basically Ayanokoji reminding the readers that, oh yeah, it's the 4th day of the exam, because the light novel didn't say the day itself, right? Ayanokoji is just narrating that what time it is of the day, what time it is of the day, and he's not saying that, oh, it's day 3. So it's good thing that the anime is doing day 1, day 2, day 3, and now day 4. So yeah, this one, it's just Ayanokoji saying, oh, it's already the 4th day to readers, all right? And then he also reminded the reader saying that the top 10, bottom 10 groups will become public information and be announced on our tablets. So another form of spoon feeding the audience, the readers, to let us be reminded that In the 4th day, that will happen. So if in case you guys forgot, because of the long ass explanation of Mashima Sensei's rules of the exam. Alright? So I'm glad the anime decided to do it like this, because there's so much information dump in just one go. Especially considering the runtime, I'm glad that they did it like this. Nagumo was the one that mentioned the top and bottom 10 being announced. So yeah, they adapted the scene really well. Although they did change this. Asahina Senpai was supposed to talk to Ayanokoji, alright? But in the anime, she didn't, alright? In this one, Nagumo already said this, right? So same thing with the anime. Ayanokoji's been warned by Nagumo, but in the light novel, she also mentioned it, just like Nagumo. So, yeah, I think it's fine that they cut it out. You know, it's just Asahina doing eye contact with Ayanokoji, like some form of advice or warning to Ayanokoji, just like what Nagumo has suggested. You should form a group. So yeah, it's fine, because it's enough that Nagumo has warned Ayanokoji. All right, there's no point in Asahina saying that to Ayanokoji as well, especially when he's already about to leave. All right, so yeah, and I love the boards here. Very simple, but really, really effective. I don't think many people get my post, because not many people pointed it out, but I'll point it out. All right, you see this? You see this pole here? It's them in between. All right, you can see I've already posted this. I've shared what I thought about this artistically, what it means. It shows that Ayanokoji is sheltered, because if you see in the far shot, in the wide shot here, Ayanokoji is there, covered, while Nanase isn't. So she's free. Ayanokoji isn't. And then look at that, it's also white. You know what I'm saying? White room. Yeah, that's a really, really good board. You know, especially with the line here, you know, there's a border between them. So yeah, love it. And I love the close-up shots as well. So yeah, once again, Classroom of the Elite Season 4, Lurch or Hibari is proving once again that the close-up shots are the details or the shots that they want the audiences to see and pay close attention to, because the amount of details they put into it are just way too detailed. So yeah, really, really good, really beautiful. And, yeah, love the compositing, and I love the composition of the shot here. So yeah, love the board, and though it's very simple, really good though. So yeah, anyway, they also hinted another Nanase backstory, so we're gonna see that more, or we're gonna hear about it more in episode 12. And I love the cute Kamuro run. We rarely get to see that, so yeah, I'm glad the anime decided to animate Kamuro being cute like that. I miss my girl. But yeah, anyway, another scene that got adapted very well. So yeah, they adapted the scene really well, as you can see here. Only cut out narrations. I wouldn't say it's like monologue entirely, because it's just narration. Because if it is in third person view, third person reading, this is just basically narration. So they just did it in the first person perspective. Kinagasa sensei is writing Clash completely in the first person, in Ayanokoji's mind. So the way he narrates things is what we see and what we read. Really love it, because the anime can actually do some third person, because of course it's a different medium. So love this scene. Even though it's short, they adapted it still. So yeah. And then this part, another like good shots here, like god damn. Also love this Nanase image, this Nanase frame. But yeah, I heard some people complain about the compositing in like the sunlight. Sometimes it's meh, you know, but I feel like it is intentional, because if you guys don't know IRL in real life, it's like if it's like way too sunny, way too bright, it's also way too dark. Your vision gets like blurry, your vision gets so dark as well, because of too much brightness, you know. So I feel like the the color grading on that is intentional to make it seem like it's so hot. You know, that's why if you take a look at the sunsets, it's so good. You know, comparing that to, you know, mornings, it's eh. But if you also compare it to previous episodes of Classroom Daily Season 4, you can see that, you know, morning compositing, morning coloring is also fine, you know, compared to the island exam arc. It's like darker, you know. So I feel like it's intentional. Anyway, this scene was also adapted really, really well. This one is my main highlight of this episode because the anime did it much better than the light novel. I think many people agree on this because in the light novel, let me go here. Because in the light novel, as you can see here, alright, let me read it out. This is the kiss scene. One paragraph. But the anime did this.
Okay.
Kay wanted more, by the way. But yeah, as you can see, she turned to look at me. Her lips pursed just slightly into a dissatisfied pout. I took advantage of this moment and came in closer. Took advantage. Alright, pay attention. Alright, and came in closer, pressing my lips against hers. Our lips must have only been touching for less than a second, I guessed. It was the first time I had kissed a member of the other sex. The feeling of our lips touching was far softer than I had ever imagined it would be. That's it. Less than a second. What? Was that like a peck in the light novel? But okay, that's it in the light novel. Alright, so I feel like the anime has done a much better job in this scene. Alright, very romantic as well. They set up the mood as well, like looking at the scene entirely. Holy shit, it looks so cute, by the way. With Kay also leaning on Ayanokoji. It's really, really cute. And then this is the illustration, alright? But this is what it looks like in the light novel, alright? Is it bright? I don't know, because the colored illustration are like bright. But in the anime, as you can see, it's nighttime and much sweeter. Look at Kay being clingy, you know? Like a jealous girlfriend. It shows, you know? Because in the light novel illustration, Kay looks happy. Although, in the anime, Kay is indeed happy, but she's also feeling anxious, jealous that Ayanokoji is with another girl. Alright? So, yeah. Glad how they adapted this. And also, looking at the comp itself, the color, it looks purplish already. That's why they did the purple color in the kiss scene. Now, granted, the color purple means, like I said, has a very mystery vibe, alright? And if you take a look at Ayanokoji, his eyes are covered. So there's like a hidden agenda or hiding his emotions, right? So if you guys remember in season 2, episode 10, when he called Kay that our teamwork is done, yada yada, like you're free to go, I'm no longer gonna use you, etc., and I no longer have a goal to reach class A. If you guys remember that scene, Ayanokoji's eyes aren't shown there as well. Like there's a hint of emotion. So in this particular scene, it might be also the case, as well as with the the color comp. So yeah, purple. The use of purple in episode 4, like I said, is very unnatural. Like that's how the anime wanted it to feel. That's why there's also a sudden heavy rain. There's also a change here. Here you go. Subtitles. Alright, like there's a subtitles here are really bad. They are writing down everyone they've interacted with on their tablet. That is fucking bad, because in the light novel, remember the thing you told me about? Nothing in particular, I don't think. I did jot down notes about everyone that I've come into contact with on my tablet, though, just in case. L subtitles on Crunchyroll, okay? It's Kay saying that she is noting down everyone that she has interacted with, alright? On her tablet, alright? Crunchyroll is fucking bad. First, ReZero, ReZero is now no longer on my region. ReZero Season 4 is no longer on my region. Fuck Crunchyroll. But yeah. Anyway, another change here. I decided to send Kay, still completely dumbfounded, back to meet up with everyone at the campsite first. In the anime, Kay was sitting down, embarrassed, flushed, and really, really adorable. It shows that she cannot stand up because of what just happened. She's in shock. She's surprised that just happened. So I feel like this change is much better. That Ayanokoji went ahead first because Kay wanted to catch a breather. There's more to come, Kay. Chill out, alright? Then they ended off with some parts of chapter 6, alright? Let's wake up Sudo and the others. There you go. Alright, that's where they end the episode. So I am really happy about this adaptation. I feel like this is one of the best episodes out there right now. That is pretty much it for this analysis. You know, as you can see with the adaptation, they're not cutting scenes. Even if they do cut scenes, it's not as important, or more like they also shorten stuff, or they move scenes as well. So it could be either of them. So unlike in season 2 and 3, we have a lot of cutout scenes and more shortened scenes. You know, they condense a lot of scenes. Unlike now, they condense stuff, but it's not as worse as season 2 and 3. Kore. So I'm really happy about this adaptation. I feel like Classroom of the Elite deserves this kind of adaptation. There are still some people out there that are complaining about this adaptation. Doesn't matter. I'm, as a huge fan of the series, Lurch, the director, the staff involved, and Kinugasa Sensei, to the cast members, especially Ayanokoji's VA, because Ayanokoji is important. His changes are important. His developments are important. The change of tone, the change of voice. I'm really glad that everyone is very cooperative, along with Tomasi Sensei, the illustrator of the light novel Classroom of the Elite. All of them are heavily involved in the anime production, not like in the anime itself, but you know, they're being cooperative, compromising on others. So yeah, they have a different vision of their own. All right, author is also saying stuff that he also wants. Kinugasa Sensei wants the vision of Ayanokoji. You know, in the first season, as you can see him being pretending to be human, as he so called it. Kinugasa Sensei, by the way, the author. And then season 2 and 3, he is now cold and edgy. All right, so yeah, he can deceive people in season 2 and 3, because in season 1, in case you guys forgot, right, episodes 1 through 7, you can see him being able to socialize with people, but around episode 6 at the end there, you can see him being manipulative. So yeah, and very cold towards Suzune. So that's the first time Ayanokoji is like broken his mask of pretending to be normal. I don't know if you guys forgot, but as a big fan of the series, I'm seeing the vision that the author is trying to convey and the anime is trying to convey of Ayanokoji. Anyway, in the visual format, in the visual aspect, I really, really love it. And in season 4, as you can see, he's way more human. You know, he can socialize better now because it's been a year ever since. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. I'll have to shorten the video down because not many people are watching this anyway. Anyway, see you guys on the next one. Peace out.